Thank you.
Not every oyster hides a pearl. Some questions don't want an answer. If you're counting every raindrop, some never find the thirsty grass, but some do. How about me and you? Most horses won't run the derby. Some clocks just don't keep good time. If you're counting every snowflake, some never find an outstretched hand, but some do. How about me and you? How many hearts go untested? How many loves go untasted? How many listened when they said only love saved is wasted? Not all rivers find the ocean. Not all the oceans grow with time. If you're counting every kindness, some never find a grateful heart, but some do. How about you? I have got a heart that's untested. I got a little bit of love left here untasted. The wiser ones I once heard, they said only love saved is wasted. Only love unspent is wasted.
Thanks, everybody. Seattle. So happy to be here. I've been looking forward to this for a really long time. Opening for the Onlies. My favorite bands ever. You must know them. Well, here's another song that I wrote. It's called Mayfly, and it's a new one. I'm pretty much singing you songs off this new record that I just put out, but this one's more brand new. It's maybe like a month old or something. And I opened the dictionary to the M's, looking for a songwriting inspiration, and among other less poetic words on the MA page, I found mayfly, which is an insect that's a member of an insect. It's a class of insects called Ephemeroptera. That was the response I'm looking for. Ooh. All the insectologists, or there's another word for that, but yeah, in Seattle, you're going to appreciate this one. It's Ephemeroptera. I just thought that was so just strikingly poetic. And then, sadly, though, the first time I sang this song in public, this guy comes up to me, and I was so proud to give that introduction about how poetic this mayfly, because Ephemeroptera, it's ephemeral. It only lives for 24 hours, this little 24-hour insect. And the guy comes up to me at the CD table, and he's like, you know, well, first of all, the mayfly is my favorite insect. I was like, thank you for having a favorite insect. And next he said, they actually live for about 2 years in a larval state. Before they hatch, I was like, but when they hatch, they live for 24 hours, right? He's like, yeah. So anyway, I shouldn't have even told you that. I wanted you to just have like the more poetic, I didn't want you to have like the larval state of the mayfly in your head for this next song, just in case you're a fly fisherman, you know about that sort of thing. Okay, it's a song called Mayfly. Come on down to the rushing river where life began for you and me before we took flight. Come on up, we'll drink the moon, it's half full I think, though I can't be sure it's my first and last night. Oh, killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. Killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. Once down in the Snake River Canyon, I sent my voice climbing up for a mile to hear. How when it came back falling, I knew that sound like an ancient ephemeral audio mirror. Oh, we're killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. Killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. What do I know? Just what I read, where the white water carved its own history in the limestone. And what do I want? Remember me when the moon is half drunk and you're stumbling and I'm long gone. Oh, we're killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. Killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. We're all killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. Killing time like the mayfly, taking one day to be born and one day to die. Thank you. All right, this next one's for Sammy Brayman. That's right. I probably otherwise might not sing something so ridiculous in such a classy environment, but yeah, here we go. It's a song about wolverines. That's right. 13 wolverines walk into a donut store. They buy a dozen maple bars and then they gotta buy one more. You guys like all mathematicians or something? Like, I really got a good laugh. I'm proud. Oh, yeah, there's more. Here we go. Yeah, keep your math brains on. Oh, well, 13 wolverines are hungry for their breakfast now. They buy 2 dozen eggs and save 11 for tomorrow.
13 wolverines went to a dance with 12 bears. 24 held hands and stared while one played fiddle and called a square. Oh, one lone wolverine on a unicycle. He's so psyched until the others pass him by. They're pedaling on 6 tandem bikes. Wolverines are riding on an aeroplane. There's 4 rows, 3 seats in each, so one will stand and serve champagne.
Party on, Wolverines!
Party on, Wolverines.
Thank you. All right. This next one, yeah, as was mentioned, I grew up in Oregon, outside of Portland, actually, pretty close to Highway 26, if anybody's ever been down that way. And if you're a kid in Oregon, you go to the beach. You know where the beach is, but Portland isn't actually on the coast. It's like an hour's drive. But at night, in the summer especially, when the windows were open and I was about 4, I was very certain I could hear the ocean. Later I found out it was because we were that close to the highway. It was just, one of the small disillusionments that gradually pile up as you become an adult. And so maybe I've cataloged that along with some of the dreams and the multiple realities we're able to live as children. That is what this next song is about. Here we are. When I was a girl, I wished I was a boy. I had a dog, I wished it was a horse. We lived by the freeway, I thought it was the ocean. Sounded like a seashell in my sleep in the night. I would go riding and I would go sailing, all the while bouncing a ball at the wall. And I was a gondolier pushing through Venice. I was a tour guide of my own heart's desires. Over there I'm a painter, over there I'm a builder, over there I'm a cab driver who knows every street. Well, I can't find the bridge, or is it a ferry? Some way to cross over, some way to connect. No man is an island, but most of us choose one. There are islands for bakers and bankers and thieves. And you row and row and row your boat on down the baby river. Row it oh so gently as though life were but a dream. For some reason my dreams are all about water. It replaces the concrete, I can breathe it like air. Perhaps in a past life I was a great swimmer, or maybe in this life I'm destined to drown. I'm destined to choose, it's been foretold. Sure enough, as I've chosen, destiny has unfolded. Oh, you row and row and row your boat on down the baby river. Row it oh so gently as though life were but a dream. But oh, I know that dreaming is not living. So many lives there are to land upon. The dreams just flow between. Oh, when I'm an old man, I wish I was a girl. I will wish I had parents, I'm sure that it's true.
I would like a tour then of my own heart's desires. So many, so varied, all softened with time. No man is an island, but most of us choose one. There are islands for hustlers, mothers, and kings. But the fearless explorers, they find secret passageways through melting obstacles, moving up and downstream. Saying, look out for the rocks, lean into the wind, look into your heart. Look out for your friends, hold fast to the oars, maybe wait for the full moon. Look up at the sky, look down at your hands. Oh, you row and row and row your boat on down the baby river. Row it oh so gently as though life were but a dream. But you and I know that dreaming is not quite living. There's so many dreams each night to lie upon. One life between the dreams.
Thank you. All right, it's time to get some friends out here. That last song, well, it's the title track of this new album I've got called Gondolier, and I will sing you another song from that album if Tristan Clarridge would make his way to the stage, please. This song requires a costume change. I'm donning the percussive jacket. You'll see. How you guys doing? I hope you're feeling proud of yourself for having coming out to what is undoubtedly going to be the best concert of 2015. It's going to be amazing. Here at the town hall. You know what? I've got a few more friends that are going to join me on this one. Would you please make welcome Tristan and Tashina Clarridge and Simon Chrisman. Got my own order. These are very amazing, important people, and you'll be hearing about them probably more as the night goes on. Maybe I'll even tell you some more. You guys got it? Well, maybe I'll tell you now, in fact. So the way that I know the Onlies is because I know Tristan and Tashina. These two are siblings. I wonder if you could guess that. They're siblings, and they run some music camps, but that's sort of like that's an understatement of what they do, because really they nurture and have done a lot to create a music community among a whole bunch of young people who have, over the several years that they've been running camps, become really excellent musicians. The Onlies are among that crew who are lucky enough to know these guys and to have attended some of their camps. Very inspiring scene. So I got to go teach at the Big Sur Fiddle Camp last spring, and that's where I met the Onlies. Yeah. All right. And now I get these guys to play along with me on a song I wrote in Port Townsend at Fort Worden in a bunker. You guys ever been out there? So if you've been there, just transport yourself. You're in a metal bunker with the Pacific Ocean lapping at the edge of the cliff, and it's a foggy day.
I hear footsteps on the rocks. Oh no, that's just the water, that's how it walks.
thinking only of my life. Sorry, my love. Our guns are big as boats, and their boats are small as birds. We are the hunter and the prey, awaiting the word. Oh, 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 and the cannons find the silence. Oh, you know I fear the worst. There's someone would live to tell how I fired first. I feel the wind is pushing me around. Oh, but the wind is just the air when it's falling down. Oh, the wind is just the air falling down.
Simon Chrisman on the hammered dulcimer, everybody. All right, we've got a couple more for you. Is that okay? Elise Leavy, make your way to the stage. This is like the "This Is Your Life" portion of my set. There we go, where I call out friends from behind the curtain. Here's another amazing woman who I met at Big Sur Fiddle Camp. Sings pretty great. Okay. And now we have a puzzle on stage. Elise will solve the puzzle of the hammered dulcimer's stand. There we go. Ta-da! Okay.
I went to see the doctor. I'd come down with the blues. She said, I cannot cure you, but here's something you can do. Take out a piece of paper and go sit down for a while and draw a pretty picture of something that makes you smile. I know what makes me happy. Didn't have to think for long. But when I tried to draw it, oh, it always came out wrong. I had a box of 12, 48, and 64, but nowhere could I find that one shade I was looking for. I guess I realized, should have come as no surprise, Crayola doesn't make a color for your eyes. There is no way that I could possibly describe you. Crayola doesn't make a color to draw my love. At first I thought of green blue, but then I saw blue green, and then again in bright light they look aquamarine, and then at night they're darker. I looked again for you, saw gray and black, and went out walking after midnight blue. But hues of the deepest skies would be a compromise. Crayola doesn't make a color for your eyes. There is no way that I could possibly describe you. Crayola doesn't make a color to draw my love. Spring green is much too yellow, sea green far too pale, cornflower way too mellow, so I'll try again and fail. There's no way I can capture the way you make me feel. One look from you is a rapture, whether blue or green or teal. No color qualifies, let crayons tell the lies. Crayola doesn't make a color. I grabbed that periwinkle, so sure I had it now. But you wink and there's a twinkle in your eye, and still somehow I just can't get that sparkle. Those glitter crayons won't make me glow in the dark. I'll get it right, I know they don't. Mr. Crayola tries, but I'm left to fantasize. Crayola doesn't make a color. Here's the dance break. You got it. darker. Let's see what I can find. I melted mahogany and I got the depth but not the shine. Just about gave up and then I peeled the paper off a little end. I really thought it could have been not even burnt sienna. Your passport says they're brown, but I'm gonna keep looking around. Crayola doesn't make a color for your eyes. There is no way that I could possibly describe it. Crayola doesn't make a color. Draw my love.
You guys want to try singing? Come on, this feels kind of like a church or something.
Crayola doesn't make a color for your eyes. There is no way that I could possibly describe you. Crayola doesn't make a color to draw my love. That's right, no color to draw my love.
Awesome. Tristan Clarridge on the cello. Elise, stay here. Tashina, come back out. Percussive jacket, you're gone. We have one more song. And then I will happily go find a seat to listen to the Onlies. How many people out there have never heard the Onlies before? A few? Okay. I'm glad. You're in for a treat. There's a CD that's out on the table, Long Before Light, and it got mailed to me in Brooklyn, and I eagerly took it out of the package and went down to my car, which is the only way I have of listening to CDs anymore, and drove around purposefully in bumper-to-bumper traffic in Brooklyn as though I were looking for a parking place so I could listen to this CD. It's partly true, actually, and it's just awesome. It's gorgeous, and it's the most joyful collection of music I've heard in a really long time. It just jumps right out of the CD player. It's just incredible, the best possible combination of old-time tunes and really brilliant songwriting. And so please don't go home without one of those in your bag. And I also have some CDs out there. This is my Seattle CD release party also, I guess. So don't hold back. Oh wait, that's not where we're supposed to go. Capo 2. Don't hold back. Do I have any other fancy public service announcements? I will be touring in British Columbia for the next 2 weeks. Port Townsend and then BC, a bunch of house concerts, partly with John Neufeld, who's a guitar player with the band Black Prairie, and partly with Chris Eldridge, who's a guitar player with a band called Punch Brothers. And if you want to know any more about that, talk to me at the CD table, or I even put a list of my dates there that you can take a picture of with your phone and send it to someone in British Columbia if you're one of those international types that knows somebody up in Canada, because I sure don't know anybody in Salmon Arm. So I could use a little publicity help. This next song is called Simon, and that's short for persimmon. And I really appreciate you being here, and really humongous thanks to the Onlies and to their families for putting me up and inviting me to be a part of this amazing show. And especially big thanks to Tashina Clarridge, who introduced me. I remember the first day I met Elise here and Sammy from the Onlies, and we sang this exact song and played it together, and it just sounded like magic. So big thanks, Tashina, for all you do. Thank you.
You get a line, honey, and I'll get a pole. Together we'll go down to that old crawdad hole, where we sat down a blanket on the green grassy ground, catching catfish by the dozen, crawdads by the pound. I've got a memory so strong of Indian summer and a corny old song, babe. Oh, well, August was high and the lake has gone dry. We'll just stand on the banks and watch the old crawdads die. Raccoon chased the possum, hey, look what they found. A black tree with bright fruit and the branches bowed down. I've got a camera so new it makes color pictures like only paints used to do, babe. Oh, you climb on up, honey, and I'll stay right here. I can catch what you throw me, I can see it so clear. The fruit was exactly the color of the sun, as seen through closed eyes when the afternoon's humming, babe. Oh, will you ride the gray mare? I'll ride the roan. You ride the G train and I'll just walk home. I've got a camera so old it takes old-timey pictures where silver stands in for gold. You ate a fruit, it was perfectly round, and the color of the sun when it's close to the ground. Don't you remember it when we were kids? The color of sunshine is seen through closed eyelids, babe.
Thank you very much.